Oh, hi everyone and welcome again to the Wannabe Gardener. So I was out yesterday and what did I do? I nearly got rid of this stump there. I've got to show you it. Quick look, there we go. Well, I didn't nearly get rid of it. That's a bit of an exaggeration. It's really dug in there, you know, and I think it's going to be very, very difficult to remove. I've been checking online if I have a pickaxe to dig in there, and I think the guy used a long crowbar and he managed to get it out, and he had a chainsaw and all sorts to get out. So I don't have all that equipment at the moment. I won't be getting a chainsaw anytime soon. I will get possibly a crowbar if I can find one, but obviously with the coronavirus at the moment there are far more important things to self-isolate and only go out for absolute essential travel, so I won't be doing that anytime soon whatsoever, because lives are far more important than anything like that, obviously. So it's going to stay there for a while. More news or other news? This plant here, I need to show you again. That one there, that tall one that I'm pointing out with the leaf. Just put the camera down again. Turn it to me. Yeah, I was thinking of possibly removing that. But then I thought, no, I'm not going to remove it because I quite like it. What I'm going to do is possibly move it to another location. Now I'm thinking, I'm not sure would I want to do that even. I was wondering what it was and hoping somebody could kind of enlighten me on what it was. I did find this. I don't know if you can see that little brown sort of bud type thing. But the leaves, and then this can be a huge hint. I don't know if you can see that. Little teeny, what looks like a berry. It's actually a seed pod. And I've checked the leaves, although there are lots of varieties of this particular plant. This is a rose hip. I'm 90% sure that's a rose hip. If you think it's something else, please let me know, but I'm nearly positive it is. I certainly won't be removing it because you can get, well, you can make tea of it, rose hip tea. It's also a good vitamin C substitute. What was the last thing? The guy said, or when I read, it said, oh yeah, it's an anti-inflammatory as well. So actually, as far as it's not particularly a food stuff, is it? I don't know whether can you make rosehip jam? Possibly, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But it's certainly a useful plant and it's decorative as well. So I might actually leave it just there in that location, because it looks good and it looks well established there, and I don't want to damage it in any way. So, anything else? Yes. Last night I was thinking, right, the garden's in shade, as you can see it now. It's pretty much completely in shade. How on earth am I going to grow the vegetables that I planned to do? And I was scratching my head going, oh, this is terrible. Again, this may seem unbelievably obvious to gardeners out there. I am the wannabe gardener. I am learning as I go along. But I just had, well, my own gardening brainwave, a very small one. But I said I found pots previously, so big pots. And then I watched this video, actually on YouTube, about sort of when you buy like carrots and celery and all sorts like that, you can actually just cut off the tops or the ends of it and put them in water. They reroot, even leeks grow and all sorts. So I was delighted with that, and then transfer them to pots once they get established, like a root system established. And the reason why I'm telling you that is, if you can look over here, this is what that bench is there. That area in the afternoon, alongside the houses, that area there, the chair and where the bench is all in sun. And some of this area here, it's dappled at the moment, but earlier that's in sun. So instead of worrying about doing planters, oops, let me move that. Instead of worrying about doing planters and are they going to get enough sun and will they only get sun in the morning, why not just move the fruits and veg, or at least the veg, to where the sun is? So I'll ask my neighbour, say, do you mind if I put them on your bench for the meantime, with the cover on it, and I can put them on the chair and just along the edge there, and they can grow there and get sunlight for a great portion of the day, especially as the summer kicks in. Most vegetables seem to, from what I found out so far, seem to like a lot of sunshine. Onions and stuff like that, they all need sunshine. So cool. So there is a way around it. Just need to check with my neighbour. My neighbour also said, I had spoke to my relatively new neighbour, said that's, what did she say? Oh, I was talking about the plant that I had taken out, that horrible monstrosity there, well, down there. And she said, I said, gosh, she must be here for like a couple of decades or something. Turns out, yes, since they've been there 23 years, she said those plants have been there, so they haven't been taken care of since then. The fuchsia as well, so that's the fuchsia. It's meant to be a bush, but it's actually, by now it's a fuchsia tree. I might keep, I might seriously prune that back and then give it, and then keep it, possibly move it, but keep it. It's quite a nice plant. I think I've made this crooked now at the moment, so let me see, is that any better? My cat's over, he wants to get involved in the video, he's down there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to try and take that root out anymore. I'm just going to the area that's down here. I'm just going to start a preliminary dig. Move that pot there. Unfortunately, that ceramic pot is cracked pretty severely. So yeah, just a whole area from just where the root is and the stump there of that old shrub, and this area along here, and this is going to be my pond area. I'm going to make it quite big actually, so up to where that plant pot is or so. And so I'm just going to do a preliminary dig, and I'm going to try and learn my lessons from last time when I had a pond where I used to live. I built it myself. Made a few mistakes, but that's what I'm going to learn from. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, I'm going to angle the camera down so you can actually see me doing the dig, or certainly preliminary part of the dig. Then I might speed that section up so you can actually see progress rather than just seeing the top part of my body using an invisible shovel, you know what I mean, or a spade. So there we go, so I'll do that, and yeah, crack on, because time is rapidly fading and light will be gone fairly soon. Anyway, cool. Right, let's get on with the dig. Come over. I'm not actually sure whether that's filming me or it's filming a plant pot, so I'm going to move it slightly, and that should be it. Hopefully, yeah, I can see the spade now, so hopefully I'm already exhausted. That's not a good sign, is it? 2 minutes, but that's going to be the length. I'm going to dig just a central hole, and from there I'm going to then do like different elevations, so you have plants and animals like to live at different depths, about 18 centimeters in total. Going to move the big giant ceramic plant pot. Such a shame it's cracked along the side. So, I should come closer. This area here, up to these plants, up to that plant, just to the edge of that plant, is going to be the size of the pond. So from there, right up to where the stump is, where that fence support is, that's going to be it. I'm going to make it as big as I possibly can. Well, not as big as I possibly can, but utilise as much of that area as I can, because I want it to be a main feature in the garden, considering that I won't be able to grow vegetables in situ, so to speak. So there we go. As I say, I'm going to speed up this section so you will actually see me hopefully make some progress. Actually, another bit of news. That central post there, the concrete post there, is just about the middle of the area that I've marked out with the shovel. So that's an ideal space to dig the central, deepest part of the pond. So that's the plan. So from the edge of the rose hip and that exotic plant there, beautiful flowers on that plant, by the way. I'll show you obviously later in the year when it flowers. Again, I don't know what it is, but I'll try and find out. So then the middle section, as I say, will be the central lowest depth, so about 18 centimeters or 18 inches deep. Okay. There we go, another find. Ornate sort of part of a railing. Reasonably new. I think they had them maybe in the 70s or something, I guess. I don't know, but it's actually it's proper metal, so I could actually maybe use that as a bit of a feature garden decoration. Nice find. Okay, I'll just move it out of the way for now. In actual fact, while I'm down at this level, I'm actually going to move the camera closer. So actually, instead of turning it off, I can actually speak as I go. So I'll do that now. There we go, I'm trying to get the best level for it. See how that is. It's all learning, folks. That's what it is. It's all learning. But if I actually put it at this distance here, lower it down, I think you'll actually even see the shovel down work. You don't necessarily need to see my face, so it'll probably please some of you out there. On I go. Weird, this digging here is going far better than pulling the roots out there, so I'm actually glad I've started this off. And this post, as I said here, this concrete post, this is proven to be a really good marker for me to centralize it. So yeah, so I'm going to go part this side of it and then part this side of it as my central area to the pond. It's quite labour intensive work, but again, just the enjoyment factor of it is amazing, you know. I have heard that, you know, gardening does do this, and it's sort of like very good for the spirits, very good, you know, very feel good factor. But actually, when you do it, you actually realise it's not just mumbo jumbo, it's actually true. You get a real kick and a real buzz out of it, a real sense of achievement, a real connection. You hear the birds tweeting and stuff. It's great. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's not easy. It's good exercise as well. I mean, we're living in very, very tough times, incredibly sad, tragic times, and very worrying times for people. So, you know, if you exercise, if you can get out into your garden and do some of this, it gives you that little sense of freedom when we have to. And I totally agree with it. We have to lock down our society currently in order to, you know, stem the tide of the deaths of people, because so many people have died. You know what I mean? Good grief, it was like 500 and something last I looked now. It's near 800 now. It's 780 odd, I think. It's awful. But, you know, trying to keep positive in terrible times, and doing some gardening and getting some exercise, keep me healthy. That's what I'm going to keep on doing. So I hope everybody out there is, you know, is well, I don't know, doing gardening, you know, getting out, enjoying yourself a little bit as much as you can, but doing the responsible thing. Making progress. I am. And I have to say, also, I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. I know this is only day 4, but my enthusiasm hasn't waned at all. I just keep getting fresh ideas, new ideas, and think, what can I do here? How can I do it? How can I solve these problems? How can I make things work easier, work better? It's an explosion of ideas, and it's wonderful. I'm just going to make sure this is taping, because I'll be really upset if it's not. It is. Great stuff. I'm going to come this side now, so maybe I'll orientate the camera a little bit. Old bit of plant pot. Some dead old plant. A worm for the wormery. Be back soon. Because I'm actually not going to slow this down now. Should we go this way? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it now and then show you some more progress. I'll show you progress up to now. Right, some soil has fallen back in. Can you even see where I've made a hole? There is actually a hole there, believe it or not. Doesn't actually look like it on camera. Where is it? There you go, you can see the edge there, but soil has fallen back into it. A lot of soil. There was quite a bit deeper than that. What I'm going to do, as I say, I'm going to pause it now and then show you my progress and finish up for the day. Hi folks, back for an update. Just got to show you my cat has just come in. He's jumped over and there he is there. What's that you've got, Maximus? He's killed a little creature. He's such a devil. He's the sweetest little thing and scared of his own shadow, basically. Hates humans. I know this is not gardening, but just had to show you, he's just jumped over this enormous, I think it's a rat. It looked like a rat that he had in his mouth. So I'll go over. He'll run away straight away. I'd be very surprised if he says, hello monster. Where you go? Yeah, that is a rat. He's literally just caught that now. He's jumped over. And haven't you, monster? You are definitely a killer. There's no doubt about that. You are definitely a killer. Anyway, I thought you'd see that. If you like rats or are a bit grossed out by this, I'll put a notice that there's yeah, there we go. His head down there. Well, he's an ex-rat now. Well, he's not an alive one anyway. He's a dead rat. But there we go. No, I just seen him jump over and I thought, you've got something in your mouth, haven't you? Oh, he's such a monster. He is such a monster. He's unbelievable. I mean, he is a killer supreme. But hey, he's a cat. It's nature. What can you do? It is what it is. And to be honest, do I want rats around here? No. I don't know. He hopped over from the neighbour's garden there. So yeah, I've seen him kill one that basically a rat before that's nearly the same size as him. I mean, it was enormous. I kid you not, enormous. Well, anyway, on to the gardening update. A few things. Right, firstly, there is the hole. It may not look like much at the moment, but there's some of the soil from it, that pile there, and there's more of the soil over there. So it is a significant amount, trust me on that. Now, when doing this, and like most things in life, there'll be a spanner thrown into the works. First thing, a big major object, is this lump here. Now, I'm quite close to the edge here. As you can see, this is the border. This is where officially my garden stops, so to speak. And over that post there, very close is where it ends. So it's a few feet across. But this here, I don't know whether this is a foundation for this. I don't think so, because I've got to the edge of it here. But it's a big rock of some kind, and it's very, very difficult to move. So I've got to dig around that, which obviously is going to take a lot longer than planned, obviously. What else have I found? I found lots of pottery, like I showed you like this at the start. But I started to get a wee bit excited about it, because, two reasons. First reason here, I don't know if you can see it on no, you can't see it on that one. There's a weird little hole in it there. Is there another piece I can show you? Yeah, it's got this kind of, I don't know, little design on it, very simplistic design. And then, if you can see it, not on that one so much. Can I get it clearer? There on the base of it, you can see black in between the terracotta. So maybe it's just me. I love treasure. I love, treasure hunts, all that type of stuff, and things like that. So I got kind of excited about it. And there's more markings around it. Maybe it's just a copy of like an old Greek design or something like that, or an old Roman design. And I just got overexcited about it. A friend of mine that did archaeological digs when I lived down south, he found some Samian ware. And I was given a tiny bit of that. I mean, all legal and stuff like that. Just a teeny bit of Samian ware, which is obviously Roman pottery. And didn't particularly look like this, but it had little figures on it. So, I don't know, I just got a little bit excited about that. Found kind of regular pottery. you know, but that's kind of, so if you know, why has it got a black stripe running through it? I don't know. And should I be excited about that pattern on it? That kind of orange peel pattern? Or is that a regular thing in pottery? Or this design, just very simple little marks along the top there. Does that ring a bell to anybody? Is there any archaeologist going to be looking at a brand new gardening channel? I don't think so. But hey, you never know. Also, I found this little cool rock. I think it's quartz. Cool. But I haven't seen one of them since I was a kid. I love rocks as well. What do I not love? I don't think it's giving me very good focus at the moment. I don't know why. Find silly buggers. Anyway, that's cool. But also, then associated with, well, I don't know where it's exactly associated with the pottery. I did think that the soil was pretty heavy yesterday when I was going through it. You know, it just felt quite heavy. And that there is clay. So it's a big lump of clay that I found in there, but obviously it hasn't been kilned. So yeah, there is mishmash. So has that got something to do with it? Was there a pottery works around here? I don't know. Who knows? I might have to find out. Anyway, that's that. I'll put it back. So I'll just show you the rat again. It's turned it over now. So, unfortunately, when he kills a bird, he actually eats it. I try and hope that he doesn't kill birds, because I do like birds. When he kills rats, he just kind of kills them. You know? So, you're a beast. You're a little beast, aren't you? Are you a beast? Look at me. You little beast. I like all creatures. I don't know. Even rats. Oop, I'm turning it the wrong way now. There we go. You got a view all around there of the general area. I'm trying to get this straight now. Whoops. Excuse me. Right, so that is the current situation. I've got to try and dig that rock out, and I'll get back to you, or just advance up this way a bit and dig the hole even bigger, because as I say, I want it like a few feet across, 18 inches deep. So I'll try to do that. I'll crack on while there's still a bit of light. Well, I'm back. I finished doing the digging for today. Whew, it was good. Very good. Really, really enjoyable actually. Never thought digging a hole could be so much fun. I mean, you know, tough work. Not, you know, not easy. But hey, if it gets you breathing heavily, getting that oxygen into you, and you know, making me fit and healthy, which is good, or more fit and healthy. But anyway, let's look at finds of the day. We've had a few finds today. We had this decorative like part. It's not really of a gate, but it's kind of similar metal, wrought iron thing, decorative thing. That was cool. What else? My obvious Roman pottery. You see that? With those weird designs. Obviously I don't think it's Roman pottery, but it's got that strange black line through it. Some of it has anyway. So it's kind of cool. It's very heavy. My little bit of, not sure what it's quartz, what is it? Flint probably. That's cool. Haven't seen flint in years. I've lost a bit of clay, but I showed you the clay earlier. Oh dear, the wind is blowing heavily now. Just gotta hold this. The clay, the soil felt heavy to me, really, really heavy in my hands. So that clay obviously makes sense. Maybe there was a pottery, as I said, around here. Who knows? But yeah, it was a proper like lump of clay, you know, with soil around it. So, and I was like, I could actually mold it. So. Hence the reason why there's probably pottery lying about. But that's certainly older. It's not like new modern pottery. You know, it's heavy, solid, and it's got just weird, strange markings on it. I'm hoping that was a massive archaeological site that I found. You know, I mean, the best one obviously this year, or in like about 100 years. Just kidding. So, gardening-wise, what have I learned? I have learned that you don't need a jumper necessarily while you're digging, even if it's cold. It's like about 11-10 degrees at the moment. It should soon get very hot when you dig. And the amount of soil, this hole here is like, not even, it's almost 2 foot by 2 foot. But you got to think, and this is for obviously a wannabe gardener, somebody who is a novice, but you got to think in 3D. You got to think length, breadth, length, width, whatever, and then depth. And obviously the volume of soil that comes out, it's enormous, it's amazing. It's like, wow. Anyway, I'll show you the hole. There's the hole so far. You can't really see it there, but trust me, if I get down into it, it is quite deep. This is me in it. So obviously I've got smaller, but there we go. Now, I did find this. Remember I talked to you about the rock or whatever it is? So that's here, as you can see it there, but it actually keeps going down. It's not actually just a piece of random rock, it's the foundation of something. You know, a pillar, a post or something, I have no idea. But if I can show you down here, if you don't mind going underground for a bit, it goes down. And I don't know how far it goes down. What does that mean? What it is, I have no idea. Just an old structure for something, who knows? I absolutely haven't got a clue. Could it be the foundation of a Roman building? I've got Romans on the brain. I don't think so, but you know, it's just a bit of fun thinking about it. But how it affects the current project is, and as I was saying earlier, another thing that you have to take into consideration, as I said earlier, is that something will put the kibosh on it, or something will certainly put a spanner in the works, and you will have to adjust and adapt. And cause you can't just set a plan and then be rigid about the plan. You have to be adaptable, because now that ain't moving. Whatever it is, I think it goes down and down and down. I don't know how far, but it's a solid, looks a post or the foundation of a post. It ain't going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere soon, that's for sure. You know, you'd need a pneumatic drill to get rid of that, and I'm certainly not going to get rid of it. So what that means for the pond is that I'm going to have to put the lining around that, over it, which won't be such a bad thing, because it can be part of a level, part of a feature in the pond. I can make it that way. I've just got to make sure that there's lots of lining underneath, or old carpet that, you know, make sure that the lining isn't punctured or anything. So there we go. Oh, also, not that I didn't know already, slightly off the gardening point, well, it's very off the gardening point, is that my cat is a killer. That rat that I showed you earlier, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. He's the sweetest little nature thing in the world. Little scaredy cat with people, but when it comes to animals, watch out, killer about. And there we go. So yeah, it's been excellent. I've thoroughly enjoyed today. Again, late today, had to do work inside, so you know, I didn't get out as nearly as early as I wanted to. Anything else? Not really. Just looking forward to getting out tomorrow. As I say, this is the coronavirus crisis, so you know we're all restricted. This is my exercise for the day. It's kind of prompted me to do the garden. So there is at least one little positive for myself that has prompted me to start on this project outdoors. So in order that I can get outdoors, because usually obviously I'm outside for work, or you know, at least traveling to work, or I'm, you know, going down the river, or all sorts of things. So you know, this is my outdoors. This is my outdoors excitement now, and it's really good. So I'll finish it up there. From the Wannabe Garden, I'm also excited about the fact that there is a solution that I can put the vegetables in pots and move them about now into sunshine with the permission of my neighbour. You know, just to be fair, you know, to ask her, is it okay to put the pots about so they'll actually get more sunlight. So, as I say, from the Wannabe Gardener, sniffly nose, it's you know, if you like what you see, you know, I invite you to subscribe. If not, just enjoy the channel for the meantime. It's only brand new. If you've got any advice, tips, help for me, if you're an experienced gardener, or you'll certainly be far more experienced than me, no matter what sort of level of gardener you are, please do, you know, share them with me. It'd be brilliant. I'd really appreciate that. In the meantime, happy gardening, everybody, and I'll see you for the next Wannabe Gardener. Take care until then. Bye-bye.